any words, any last words you would want to leave with us, Chrissy, for for the viewers? Any words of encouragement? Any last word of you know, in terms of, you know, getting themselves prepared, and you know, some of your accomplishments you're looking at coming up later on this year? Any some last words you'd like to leave with us, Chrissy?
Okay. Some stuff I would like to leave you guys in mind with is like, don't walk by sight, just walk by faith. Always keep praying, always be mentally prepared for whatever challenges that you're going to face, because it will happen. You will not wake up motivated one day. You will just be like down and out. Just keep praying. Everything will go your way. Trust the process. Be patient. Be prepared mentally and physically for everything that is about to happen, and keep praying. So yeah, that's my last words. Guys, thanks for coming and watching. I appreciate my time.
Beautiful. I know your mom is locked on. She has the whole nursing sector locked on here on social media in Trinidad. So she has all of them logged on. And and a question just came up, Chrissy. What advice? And I know you're not into coaching, but you're playing. But this is a question that just came up. You're not into coaching, you're into playing. But Chrissy, what is some of the information? Because you played with several, I think you played with about 3 or 4 different age group with national teams back in Trinidad, yes?
Yeah, I've been on the national team since the age of 10.
Since the age of 10. So you've been there, you've been with different national team level. What is, and then in the college you've been playing. So as I said, I know you're not a coach, but I'm still going to ask you the question. In terms of how you are being coached now, and I know it's a different level, in a different place, in a different type of soccer, how has the coaching helped you that you had back in Trinidad and Tobago when you was coming up? How did that help you to transition into what is playing right now in the United States?
Okay, it's difficult, to be honest. The coaching is completely different. And again, American football is like a lot of running. So like the fitness was like at a different level compared to back home. So yeah, adjusting to that was a little difficult.
Beautiful, beautiful. Coach, I think we have Coach Rob here. Coach Rob is a very good friend of mine. He's, as I said, we have collegiate coaches listing and that kind of stuff. So I know we have coaches here who would want to jump on. Coach Rob, yes? Beautiful. That's beautiful. Coach, yes, you could your mic is on, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Coach Rob, if you wanna add to it, please let me put a pin with Coach Rob here. If you want to add some information, feel free to add some information to Coach Rob.
So everything she said is very true. I think one of the biggest points that she hit on is time management is huge for players, and discipline. You know, everyone comes in and gets an opportunity to play. Different schools have different setups, but disciplined players are the ones that continue to be successful. And you know, the mindset of, do you just want to be a college athlete, or do you want to be a successful college athlete? Because you can make a college team and play for 4 years and be on the team, or do you want to be someone that competes? Do you want to be someone that challenges and works and help get better every day by what you're doing? So trust everything that she said, because she's hit the nail on the head with a lot of good comments in this.
Yeah. And Coach Rob, how would you because I know you deal with a number of different student athletes from different parts of the world. How would you manage those different athletes coming from different backgrounds, different cultures? And also, as Chrissy said, I'm gonna piggyback on what Chrissy said. I know Chrissy is gonna smile, speaking English but speaking broken English. I know Chrissy's already smiling. How do you deal with the different cultures, Coach?
So for me as a coach, you know, I played with players from different countries. I played with a couple of guys from the islands in the Caribbean, some from Europe, some from South America. So I got used to it pretty quickly, but the biggest thing for me is when I don't understand someone is being honest and telling them, hey, you know, can you slow down what you're saying? Can maybe we point at what we're trying to talk about? And then me as a coach, you know, I've been practicing my Spanish. I do Duolingo. I have a couple Portuguese players that when they talk to me, Spanish and Portuguese are similar, but it's not good enough. So like I just do my best to make them feel comfortable, because for me speaking with other Americans, it's very easy, it's very fluent. And for them, you know, they might not feel as comfortable coming out because they can't be understood. So it's my job to make them feel as comfortable and as confident as possible. So how can I make them feel like they're being heard and not just, oh, well, they don't understand me, so I'm just going to let it go. And that's happened a lot. Players tend to feel like, well, you know, they don't understand me because they can't hear me, or they don't want to hear, or they can't understand my accent. So how can I fix that is my thought, rather than, well, I'll just keep playing and just let it be.
And as collegiate coaches, we have to create that environment, Coach Rob, that you are a part of the family, and your feelings do matter. What you have to say do matter in part of the team, because it's like a pot we're cooking here, and we have different ingredients, and you are part of the ingredient. If your ingredients don't go in that pot, then that food is not going to taste good. We're not going to get the results that we're looking for. So we need to be able to hear you. Now, Chrissy, any questions you want to ask Coach Rob while Coach Rob is here? Why is you in the system? Any questions you would like to ask?
Coach, like, are you D1, D2?
So I'm a D2 institution at in West Virginia. We're called Salem University. We're one of the only non-conference schools in the country, but for me, that's a benefit because I get to play teams all across the East Coast. So it makes it a little bit better. We get to travel. And this is my first year as the head coach at this program, so we're kind of doing a restart.
So how it was for you last season?
So last season, I was an assistant coach at another D2. You know, I thought it went really well. The outcomes weren't what we wanted, but we had 15 new players out of 24. So it was a big year on building chemistry and understanding and developing. So I have a feeling I'm going to experience that again this year with this new team. But I'm excited, and I think that's the biggest portion that people overlook coming from other countries is, you know, how can I blend with this team well and build individual chemistry and team chemistry immediately.
Okay, and one more question before you go. What do you look for in a player at the college level?
So at the collegiate level, the three big things that are always going to be is your technical ability, your physical ability, and then your soccer IQ, right? And you don't have to be a superstar in all three. At the Division I level, you most of the time you're high level all three without question. But for Division II, you can be really good athletically and really good soccer intelligence and not have the best technique and still play. You could also be maybe not the fittest player in the world, but technically good and very smart. Look at someone like Luka Modric, who plays at Real Madrid, right? He's a small guy. He's not the fastest in the world, but he's 36 and still running these guys on the ground.
That's true.
So those are the things that I tend to look for. And then when we get to watch players play, and this is a big thing for everyone listening, you're going to make mistakes. That's part of the game. That's part of life. But how do you react to those mistakes means more than the mistake you made.
That's true.
So coaches watch that. They'll watch your body language. They'll watch how you talk to your teammates and how you handle a mistake. So make sure you're always checked in and you're always focused on the next thing and the next objective that you have to do.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Very much interested, Coach Rob. I'm gonna save my questions because I'm gonna have you on set coming up, just now. I know we're going to talk, we're going to chat pretty soon, Coach Rob, and I'm going to have you on set as a guest pretty soon, so we can have you here and you could bring forth some more information for our viewing audience, because we have, as I mentioned before, we have viewers logging on from Asia, South America, the Caribbean region, all over the world right now. We are linked up to a number of social media pages. So we have people logging on from different parts of the world to our program. And I would chat with you later on to bring you on a specific date of your convenient to you, so we could share some more information, because this is what our program is about. Really sharing information, really getting out there and reaching out. So would-be student athletes could have the, let's say, the arsenal that they need. I know you're wearing a Liverpool jersey, and I know you don't want me to say Arsenal, but but okay, so I'll use a different word, so they could have the ammunition they need. So they could have the ammunition. I have my Arsenal jersey, coach. Trust me, I have my Arsenal jerseys. So they could have the ammunition, so they know that there's opportunities for them. And as I always say, there's no lack of opportunities in the collegiate level. There's lack of people prepared to take up these opportunities with the balance that you need, the discipline and the organizational skills to be able to live in this this space and be successful in it. And as you could hear from Coach Rob, you listen to Coach Rob and you could hear something coming from his voice. You hear care coming from his voice. You hear passion coming from his voice. You hear it's not about me, it's about the kids. It's about how could we make these kids better in what they're doing. And when they leave this learning institution, they are not better soccer players, or they are not just better in terms of their academics, but they are better human beings. So they can go out in the world and they can add quality to the world and add to their families. I would like to also leave some information to the viewers. Please, if you are interested, I can leave you with some information. We are AR Student Athlete Soccer Scholarship Academy, and we have a number of WhatsApp groups. I have a number of collegiate coaches. I'm attached to a number of programs throughout the United States, where a lot of coaches would send information for me in terms of kids they may need for their program. And I would just pass that information on to coaches. And we have a lot of kids right now. We have close to 16 kids right now in discussions with a number of collegiate coaches right now, because of the contacts and the friendships we have made along the way, in terms of being that, what you can say, that bridge to make that connection, opening up doors for student athletes to live their dreams. Because some of these kids we're looking at is first generation kids in their family going off to do degrees. Some of these kids never came to the United States before. So it's a big thing in that family. So please join us at AR Student Athlete Soccer Scholarship. We have a number of WhatsApp group, 954-380-4829, 954-380-4829. That's our WhatsApp group, and we share information. We are practically up every week with different collegiate coaches. We had Coach Rob last week with us again from I think it's Mississippi Science and Technology. Coach Rob was up with us. We have a wide array of different guests that we bring on the set to really share information. And we also have Coach Rob with us, and we're gonna get Coach Rob with us to come up and really chat with us to share more information. Coach Rob, I really wanna thank you so kindly for logging on. As I usually mention to a lot of the kids, we have a lot of collegiate coaches who are here, and I could see some names on my screen right now. And I know they are collegiate coaches because I've communicated with them before. So I know a lot of them. Any last words, Coach Rob, you would like to leave us with?
Just like they've said, trust the process. I think, Anthony, you said a perfect statement, which is it's not that there's a lack of opportunity, it's a lack of people that are willing to do what they really want to do or need to do what they want to do. If you want to be a college player, it is 100% possible. If kids all around the world can be found, why not you? What are you going to do to make that happen? And I hope to see some of you guys on the field.
Beautiful. Thanks, Coach Rob. Chrissy, anything you'd like to leave us with? You've been a wonderful guest, Chrissy, and I really do appreciate you coming on the set and spending some time with us. Any last words, Chrissy?
My last words will be just stay focused, trust the process, and get the job done. It will happen. The opportunity will come.
Beautiful. I know your mom is pretty proud of you, and I know you and your mom, over a year and a half, we've been in conversations, working at getting you into different schools, and we would go through the whole process of discussing how we do this and how we go about that and walk through the different stages. And it's wonderful now from a year and a half ago, so Chrissy, to see from whence you came from, where you are today in the process where we were discussing about SATs and grade point average, and then doing the logistics with tickets. How do you get to this place, and how do you, I remember you picked up the phone a day and you called, Coach Roy, I'm going here. How do I get there? And so I have to get up with you. We understood, okay, well, what we can do, Chrissy, is either we go through New York or we go through Miami, and then we catch a connecting flight. You may have to spend 2 hours in the airport. All these things, guys, is part of the process of getting where you need to go. That is why Coach Rob is talking to you about discipline and organizational skills and research. This is not about guessing. You can't guess this process. You got to be prepared. Coach Rob, thank you so much. I will be chatting with you pretty soon. Looking forward to having a conversation with you pretty soon. And my friend Chrissy, I am truly proud of you for the steps that you're making. And also to the guests, we want to thank you guys so much. Also too, I just want you to say a prayer for one of my backroom staff. Just keep her in mind. Her dad is in the hospital, Tamara. She means a whole lot to me, guys. I have to be honest with you. You may be seeing me on the set, but there's people like Roger Griffith. There's people like Tamara, right? There's a number of people behind the scenes who are doing all this work, and you're seeing me. So sometimes you may be seeing Coach Roy and feel it's Coach Roy alone. It's not Coach Roy. There's a lot of people behind the scenes doing a lot of work to make this happen on a weekly basis, guys. Thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful day, guys, and please be safe, and we see you next week again, up on the set again, and thank you for spending this evening with us. Much love to you guys, and Coach Rob, thank you so much again for jumping on, and I will speak to you soon, Coach Rob. Have a wonderful day, guys, and take care of yourself. And Chrissy, keep doing the ladies in soccer in the United States and the Caribbean proud. Have a wonderful night, guys. Take care of yourself. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.